Come on, you can't slam it on her.
You're trespassing now.
But it's a civil matter, trespassing, civil matter, guys. It
doesn't
is.
matter. I don't care. This is our side.
Which is why you're best off. You're best off just waiting for the.
You're pushing back on us.
You're probably just better off waiting for the police to come. Then, like you say, they'll move her, won't they?
Mate, don't tell me how to do my job.
I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job. Why are you so rude, man?
Bossy boots.
No, it's hostile. I've been nothing but polite, man. So, the police have just found one of the boxes in the skip. I believe the other two are probably in there as well, but unfortunately there's that much stuff been put in the skip that it's not going to be feasible for them to dig through that all right now. But they have found one of the boxes, so this security are guilty. So guys, they did steal your. So police have taken their time, but they're now here. Yeah, don't you think you want to come back this way?
Good morning.
So I had to let some workers onto our roofers, onto the things, onto the gate was open.
Yeah.
And this lady's obviously on quite documentation, you know, asking. She's talking about stuff that's been taken, something like that, like I say, night guards and stuff. That's who was here, so I haven't got a big best of what's going on. Nothing was handed over of anything being taken or confiscated or anything like that.
Okay.
She's obviously wanting to know where this stuff is. I said, look, just step away from the gate. I said, I'm happy to discuss it through the gate. See what it means, mate. You know, I've got cameras on me everywhere. I wasn't going to get too confrontational with her. I'll put the gate into manual to try and manually close the gate.
Yeah.
She's then in between the gate, getting squashed low. I said, well, we'll just leave it open. She'll stand where she is, let the police go in. But, you know, my colleagues coming there now, just trying to get the gate. But she just keeps it closed.
It's a civil matter though, isn't it? Trespass.
It says until it becomes aggravated.
We just literally need to make a step back, make sure we can close the gate. That's all I asked her to do.
Okay. Morning.
Morning, mate. Good.
You well?
Is anything going to be done about the theft? I mentioned it to one of your colleagues. I got here at 11:30 last night.
Okay.
I caught security sneaking through the camp. They were taking some banners off of here. To be honest, we were parked where we're parked now, behind that tree. I believe that maybe it was someone from the camp taking the banners down.
Okay.
So I didn't act on it immediately. I've watched them come back across again. They've taken more banners. We've drove up. I've approached them at the gate. The security last night turned around and said, oh, we haven't taken no banners, even though I'd clearly just watched them do it. Now this morning when they've all woke up, mate, and I've been there since 11:30 last night, right? So I've seen here. So there's no way anybody else has taken anything. Now 6 o'clock this morning, these guys are waking up, going to the camp to get their tea and their coffee, and there's 3 boxes missing. I've got video footage that I took yesterday afternoon that shows that there were 6 boxes there. There's now only 3.
So when you say boxes,
I'll show you, mate. Let me show you.
I'll carry it up for what you're doing.
Because this is theft, mate, and these security are fuggish. These security are fuggish. The way they've been acting. So here, there were 6 boxes, okay? The only 2 they've left the non-vegan one, which is obviously meat products, and they've left the perishables.
Right.
They've taken the non-perishables, they've taken a snack box, and they've taken all the tea and coffee. I've got the video footage from yesterday that proves that there were 6 boxes there.
But have you got footage of who's taken them, who's actually picked them up?
No, but I'm telling you, I witnessed it with my eyes. So if I need to go and be a witness in the court of law, mate, I've got no problem in doing so. It's very hard to identify security personnel when they're all covered up like thugs.
Yeah.
You know,
Obviously, we'd have evidential difficulties. Appreciate you saying you've witnessed it.
isn't it funny how you're going to find it difficult? There were 6 boxes there. There's now 3.
You're more than entitled
I don't
to
know.
that as a crime if you're saying some of your property.
But you're now telling me that we're gonna struggle to prove it, aren't you? So even you lot are a joke. You lot are a joke. All right.
We're all in the same.
What about them pushing her? What about them putting their hands on
brutally
her?
honest with you. You can report that as a theft.
It just seems like you guys are there for the interest of these and not for the interest of the campaigners.
How can you?
Definitely they took them. I've got a video footage that shows there were 6 boxes there yesterday. There's now 3.
What boxes are you saying have gone missing?
There were 6 boxes there, mate. I've got video footage. Right, yeah. I've got video footage. Yeah, I've got video footage from yesterday afternoon. There were 6 boxes there. There was a tea and coffee. Without looking, I can't remember,
Yeah,
but
no,
they've purposely left the perishables, yeah?
Yeah.
They've left the perishables. Look. It's like they're not even clever considering they're meant to be ex-military or whatever they are, right? Okay. You can clearly tell there was another box there. It's not now there.
No, okay.
I'm telling you, at 11:30, I caught them taking the banners off. I promise you now, I caught them. The first one, I thought it was these guys, right? And I thought, right, I'm not going to get involved because I'm not here for that. Then they come back across again, took another one. I got my pal to drive up to this gate here. He was then the other side of that gate, and I said, are you going to give them their banners back? I ain't taking their banners. Mate, I've just watched you do it, right? From here. They were all on here. So I helped them last night take the last of the banners that were left, because obviously if they're taking them, it's best to take them all down, put them in here, stopping them from taking any more. It was dark last night, so obviously I haven't noticed 6 until it's got light. These guys have come to make their tea and their breakfast. There's now 3 boxes missing. Isn't it funny how they've lost the non-vegan and the perishables, but they've taken the non-perishables, they've taken the tea and coffee, and they've taken the snacks. They were there, mate. I'm telling you now, they were there, and I definitely reported this to one of your colleagues.
Just so I'm aware, everybody who's here now has been here for how long?
I was here overnight.
Just overnight?
No, some of these guys have been here for longer than over a night. He's been here for the day yesterday.
Others have been here longer. And are you all in these tents here, or are there some more?
I'm not too sure, mate.
Do you know if there's any more, or is it just these?
These are the tents that we used last night.
Okay. But you only came yesterday?
I came yesterday morning, yeah.
Was there other people already here?
There were other people here, yeah.
Mate, they're acting like thugs. Do you know what happened last night as well, yeah? All last night, obviously, I'm on a public footpath, yeah? So this public photography is perfectly fine. They'd done nothing last night but following me up and down. It didn't matter where I went. They were shining a torch in the car last night from stopping me being able to get any sleep from the top of there, right? There was just no need for them to do it. I was in there. I've not been causing any problems to anyone. They were purposely shining a light from stopping us sleeping, right? And then 2 guys come from behind the vehicle. Can't remember what time that was last night, but they got very agitated with us. They were trying to cause confrontation. One of the guys was reaching for his coat pocket like this, right? And he was trying to get very close. I got into the car, shut the passenger side door. He'd come up to it and was like, do your window down. I was like, no. He was questioning me as to why I was here. Anyway, once they left us and finished the conversation, the interaction they were having with us, they've gone straight up to the fence of security and fist pumped security. And then they're all talk. I believe they called whoever they called last night. They called someone. They're doing intimidation tactics. They should not be allowed to cover up their faces like that, because if they do something wrong, it stops any of these actually being able to identify any of them. This isn't security, mate. This is thugs.
The setup you've got here, you'll have to excuse my ignorance. Obviously, it looks like it's been set up quite well.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened overnight. Has it been here?
No, that's been there 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, apparently.
Here we go. We've got this for.
I've not been here before because I was in Scotland.
Yeah, you've got here. But I assume, obviously, late last night people were sort of.
Going to stop this a minute. I'll bring it back.
Down.
Yeah, that's all been left as it is. As I say, I got here at 11:30 last night, and I promise you, there was no one else. These were all asleep, all of them, and they literally crossed over. I could tell by the boots that they're wearing, the trousers. They took the first one off. I thought it was these, the banners, and then they took the second one off, and it was as they were taking the second one off and walking back over the road, I said, right, drive up the road. We've drove up to this gate here, where these are now. I out the passenger window, I said, gonna give them their banners back. I said, you can't be ripping them down. I haven't taken no banners. and he walked off and he went in. Now they've woke up this morning, and I said to you last night, they were messing, when we pulled up here, I said to you, didn't they? They're messing around in their camp. But at the time, like, it was very dark, we were literally just pulling up.
And I assume you're saying, obviously, because it was dark.
You just can't.
Which,
no, they finished at 6 o'clock. They changed at 6 o'clock, I believe. Yeah. You know, this guy, the big one, big bloody meathead, right? He made a point of coming out. He drove his car out, drove alongside us. Oh, what are you doing? I said, like, to be honest, I don't really have to explain to you. I'm not doing anything. Once I'm breaking the law, then maybe we'll talk, right? He's like, oh, we're all ex-military and we're kickboxer. It was just a bit intimidating. I'm thinking, again, that ain't how security are meant to act, mate, you know? Like, do your job, obviously, and I understand they've got a job to do, but they're actually getting involved in political matters, if you like. Can't you check that skip? Can't you check that skip?
I can't go around checking absolutely
All you've got to
everywhere,
do is literally open that skip. If it's not in there, then it will behave. But
That's investigation. You know.
Plenty of places we could be checking.
no, but you could just at least check that skip.
They know what's happening.
They know where it is. Has anyone got a light? Would you like to step away from the gate? If that's okay. Would you like to stay close? You and like to come in and put the bins up. Fine.
At the moment.
Can I try to chat with them?
And it's not even aggravated trespass either, because you're not actually stopping them in their line of duty of work. Nothing in them, no? Definitely took it, I'm telling you now.
It's not going to be in the bins, is it? They'll have taken it out.
So they're now going to apparently check the skip. So they weren't willing to check the skip, but like I said, it's not going to hurt them to look, is it? No? Your guys took it, man. Oh, I'm not silly, I know what I see. Not you. I said not you, your guys. Your guys. Building. Anyway. Does the building not have CCTV?
It does indeed, and it does surveyors. They'll have all this on film.
All of this will be on film.
I mean, I don't think we will achieve that today, because obviously with it being closed and everything else, but that's something that we can
Well,
bear in mind.
achieve making sure they
Yeah,
don't
okay.
delete it.
Yeah.
Could you please step away from the gate now? The
Sharon,
police have searched everywhere.
What I want is a reasonable outcome for everybody, for you, us, and I'm sure you don't
I'll
want...
move from this gate when that incident number comes
No
through.
problem, of course, that's fine. Okay, we're just going to carry on finishing the bits and then I'll come to you.
And can we make sure...
You've
so
got
we've
my
officer,
details.
If you've got all the...
There's another lady who's... Well, if you want to know anyway, you can have...
We've got 4838.
Yeah.
No worries. Wakefield. Whitfield. Cheers, mate.
Just where you were posted for the day.
Happy to be here, we'll stay here for
Give me
And we
about
got
5 minutes.
29224.
No, that's fine. If they're, you know,
And they're both based out of Whitfield, I do believe.
get some names and get that.
So, to be fair, the police aren't demanding that she moves, so they're being half fair at the minute, I guess. They're being half fair, but I'll bring this back in a second. So the police have looked in the bins and they have looked in the skip. Give them credit where credit's due. They also haven't demanded that the lady leave the gate. She's saying that she will move once the crime number comes through. The police constable dealing with her turned around and said that that was no problem. So I guess they're being fair. They're trying to be as fair as possible anyway. I can see that. So but yeah, I'll bring this back.
What happened from there on?
Well, I had
What are you doing?
a quick scout around. Obviously, I'm not saying that that's case closed. I just had a very brief look and I couldn't see anything. Obviously, you said there were crates or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, those boxes.
So
Yeah.
I've had a quick scan around. I couldn't see anything obvious. So obviously we aren't in a position right now to fully investigate it, i.e. start going in, getting names, details, looking at footage and all that. That's something for somebody else, but for the time being, obviously we want to make sure that everyone here today is happy. Lady's out from the gate, so she's not going to get squashed. That's
Yeah.
our priority, because I don't want her getting hurt.
Yeah.
And just to get her away, so for that reason we've had a quick look.
I don't know whether it was you or the other guy who was there. I was talking again. All this will be on video
Okay.
because this camp's under surveillance all the time.
So if that's the case and they have taken them, then that'll be dealt with.
That needs to be dealt with. That's. I understand the difficulty in there being evidence of the stolen property.
Yeah.
But it should be on video.
Okay. In which case, then whoever investigates that matter, obviously
And
they'll
of course, these
collect that
people
footage.
you're talking to here weren't on duty last night. The shift changed. at 6
Right.
o'clock,
Okay. So they
different-
wouldn't know then, would they,
Yeah.
as well? Got you. I understand now. But they've let us look in the bins, as you say, and I requested that just for the
Sorry, mate.
purposes of.
Oh,
I don't
in your
mind.
face, sorry mate.
It's okay.
Apologies.
So yeah.
No, and thanks for looking in there as well.
it's fine.
You know,
Do my best.
it
No.
Do you want me to see if I've just got a blank piece of paper then?
Yeah,
Or
right.
do you want me to-
Blank piece of paper.
do you want me to put it in your phone?
Or you could text it to me. No, write it down on a blank piece of paper.
You've got a blank piece of paper?
I've got something in the car, but the car's somewhere.
It's a long one.
Oh, I see.
You don't have to.
Got your sticker.
Yeah, if somebody could text it to me as well.
I can text it to you after on my device, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm just going to pause this while they give out some details.
So let's pick a show and if you can come
There
with
you
us,
go.
we can then...
You guys not long started shift?
Say again, pal.
Not long started shift?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
Already fun and games
Nice
for
to see
you.
you.
To be honest, mate, I'm
The Queen's funeral
yeah,
as well.
to be honest, I'm nothing to do with the demonstration, mate.
Oh, yeah.
No, I
You're
was
running
just in.
YouTube channels?
Yeah, I was just passing yesterday.
Sam, how many followers you
Well,
got?
I was passing about 15,000 now, so it's doing all right.
Okay, could you explain to us, now that we've got the incident number, what is the incident number? Can we read it out, please?
Yes, so the incident number is 114.
Yeah.
So that's when you ring, that generates what we call the VDU number, and then there's obviously a crime number and occurrence number, and that's the occurrence number there. So it's 114, then the occurrence number is 2122 0123 295.
Lovely. And can you tell me what happens next? Will an officer be allocated
Yes.
to this? And about how long will it take, would you say?
I don't know how long it takes to get allocated. I wouldn't thought it'd be too long. But then once that happens, Richard, because it says the number that we've got, will be notified of who that officer is,
Right, lovely.
and they can liaise direct.
All right, so that officer will hopefully then contact the security company, speak to the boss,
Yes.
find out
Yeah.
who was
And
on
make him
duty.
quite a course. Yes.
And then the CCTV,
Yeah.
that's all can be part of the
Viewed,
person
yes.
will be viewed.
Okay.
And if the CCTV was turned off at any point in the night, that
They'll
will
know,
also be
yeah.
noticed, won't it? Okay, all right, yeah.
You're all right.
Okay,
And
thank you.
you're going to get them to text me that.
Yes, I'm going to do that for you now,
Okay, right. Yeah, you're going to do that. Fine.
and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you for Thank you for being reasonable.
I
with
thought
us.
you were going to be an off, but we're going to have to sew you back together.
That's nothing, mate.
And if you'd been here 5 minutes early, you would have got some tea. But the kettle is empty.
We'll hang around then if you're all right with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
we're going to be about during the day. If you want anything from us, please come to us.
Yeah.
And obviously they're aware, the security aware that we're here, so it's a two-way thing. Communicate with us, tell us what's going on, and we'll do the same with you.
To be honest, all credit to you, mate. You've been very reasonable, I think. So.
Can I just ask a question? Did you say that when these guys handed a bag over, they handed it over to a police car?
Police car, yeah, they did.
Police car, was it a marked police car?
It was a marked police car.
So
They handed
your
over a bag?
officers-
A bag. Handed a bag over. When like I say, when I got here, I approached them. After I
This was
approached them,
last night?
yes, I got here at 11:30, and as I say, they took the first banner. I thought maybe it was these guys because I was parked down there. I had all the lights off because I didn't want these to know.
That I heard them
Yeah.
stealing stuff. It was 2 minutes past 2.
Okay, 2 minutes past.
not two,
No, it
2
can't be.
minutes past 12.
2 minutes past 12. That's about right because we got here about 11:30. So that's probably about right.
Just give me that pen again.
That's probably about right. So yeah, it would have been about 12:30.
And so a police car came along.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Let's
Do you want to know what I
Don't know why
heard?
the
Sorry,
police
just
car
one
came.
second. He's just
2
making a
minutes
note.
past 12
Yeah.
is when you heard something.
Yeah. So I thought that it was, I knew that there was somebody going to be arriving, but I couldn't tell who it was, but I could hear security on one side of the fence giggling. I heard somebody pull this tent here, so I was in that tent. I heard somebody pull the zip on that tent.
Okay. And what time are you saying the police car was here? Which way?
Well, you said that was 2 minutes past. So
25 past 12.
ish, yeah. It was no later than 12:30. It was definitely no later than
You don't know
12:30.
any other details of that car?
No. There were two officers
Definitely
that
a police
come.
car.
Definitely a police car. Definitely a police car. And security, you know, like a bag for life. Like the bags for life, yeah? They handed one of those over the fence.
Okay.
They didn't open the fence, they just handed it over the fence. One copper was stood there with what looked like a bit like an evidence bag, but they didn't end up using the evidence bag.
Okay.
And they put the bag that they were handed in the back of a boot. I don't know that it was, but it seemed very strange. It was about 10, 15, give or take minutes after they'd taken these banners down. And I'd stressed to them then, when they come, that look, they've had their banners taken. They're saying they didn't. He said, not a lot I can do now. However, I will pass it over to whoever will be assigned with it in the morning, who's dealing with this here, and they will follow it up in the morning. And that's what I was told.
When I reported it this morning about 8 o'clock, I mentioned the bag being passed over. We said we believe contained our property. Can we have it back?
Yeah. Okay.
And like I say, I do have, like, it doesn't show anyone taking it, but I do have video footage of yesterday afternoon, quite late yesterday afternoon, because I went home before arriving back here late last night, and in the video footage, it clearly shows 6 boxes there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And these guys
Yeah,
aren't gonna, you know, they don't just vanish.
Okay.
So I have video footage that shows that they were definitely there, and they're definitely not there now.
Money. Do they want to tell us so they can watch the Queen's funeral today?
I'm not sure about
Doubt it.
Let me make a phone call. I'll see if we can find out regarding what we're planning over.
Yeah.
And I'll come back to you.
Okay, that's not a problem.
And I'll get
Yeah,
back
yeah,
in
that's
touch
cool.
to you.
I mean, like, it'll all be on their CCTV, you know that. Like, if you got their CCTV, it would show them doing
Yeah,
it.
I mean, obviously,
I know that
I'm
you're
not-
not going to get it. I know that you're not going to pursue it far enough to get their evidence.
Also, you know how you said to me earlier, right? So
Every instance and every crime.
you may struggle without any evidence. If you so if you've got CCTV and at any point it looks like a CCTV camera's been tampered with, is that still classed as evidence to prove?
Well, there's difficulties around that again, isn't there? Because we need
When
to
the
see.
actionists disappeared,
So technically, you could someone could edit CCTV, and then you would find it hard to prove that wasn't edited.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
It is a possibility.
because they've just left when they left.
Yeah, because I suppose the flip side of that would be, well, what would be the point in being here if there's nobody here?
We're here.
Oh,
We're
right,
here
so you were
24
here.
hours a day.
In the tents, they were all in the tents.
Completely separate to us.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're
So
saying
when the
now,
people
yes.
that you're worried about committing criminal damage leave, that's when the police leave.
Yeah.
When we're here, that have a right to protest,
Yes.
and the police are supposed to facilitate that right
Yeah,
to protest, that's not been facilitated. has it?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I suppose what what we have to try and do, or what the senior manager have to try and do, is risk assess.
Yes, I get that.
And
I mean,
I suppose,
but that's the point.
And if you want,
they were risk assessing that they wanted to protect a property from potential criminal damage. They're not risk assessing that they want to protect us from being run over or having our things stolen.
And sorry, mate, without
Punched in the back of the head. You know, these security have done all this.
without sounding funny, after what I experienced from these last night, these ain't normal. I'm going to say it again, mate. This is not normal security. They pulled alongside me at 4 o'clock this morning to let me know that they're all ex-military special forces and that they're all trained kickboxers. Why would you tell me that?
no.
Why would you tell me that? It was very much... So what have these been putting up with for the last 3 weeks? What are females that are trying to sleep in a tent on a night, regardless of whether it's in a public place, which the sergeant wanted to tell me at 4 o'clock this morning when he stopped me? I said, well, that doesn't matter. And the fact that there's women trying to sleep in tents and you've got ex-special forces creeping around these tents. I said it's unnerving, mate, and it's not fair.
Like you're doing now, are you recording when you're having interactions?
Every interaction that I have with anyone, I'm recording, mate. Yeah,
I mean,
from a public place. No, it's never anywhere that I shouldn't be. Public place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Give us 5 minutes or so, then we'll come back to you. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Cheers.
Thank you.
I'm gonna drop this for a minute, guys, and I'll come back to you. So what's that? You're going to be here, literally here till 4 o'clock?
We're going to stay till 4.
On the clock here.
You said something like someone's been saying they got martial arts and practice.
These guys, yeah.
So we'll be here till 4. The bosses have all organised that to have somebody here present. So, and obviously we're here to.
Also, right, I know there's different rules around it, but as far as I'm aware, like the way they approached me yesterday afternoon, they were all masked up. It was in my face. Get that out of my face. Get that out of my face. I asked him to identify, or at least I asked him, are you security? He told me outright he wasn't security. Now, under section 24A, aren't they meant to have their SIA badges on display? And if they're not, it's a criminal offence.
I don't understand.
They've tried telling me because of the type of security they are, they don't need to do that. However, what they're doing, the type of security that they're actually following out, is what they call static security. And as far as I'm aware, in static security, that SIA badge has to be on show.
Right.
So obviously, if any of these at any point in the night are assaulted or during the day, these guys are going to find it very hard to identify who it is that's assaulted them because they're covering their faces. There's no identification on show. And when you ask them, are you security, they're actually denying that they're security. You know, so
legislation, you educating me.
I promise you, under the SIA governing body, it's section 24A.
I know of a section, apologies. I don't know what type of security they are. I don't know who they're employing. They're obviously on private property, so in terms of identity and all that, you know, face masks was a huge issue during COVID. So, you know, we're here at the moment just to make sure that everyone's safe and well, and it seems that everyone is, but in terms of identification and security guards and SIS badges, I couldn't help you with that matter at the moment. So I'd like to hope that they're complying with the rules, if that's what the section is and what the policy states.
It does state that. It does. And the other thing is that they're not even willing to, again, divulge, is what security firm they work for. Again, if these guys have got any concerns, surely they should be entitled to the information that they would need in order to report any, you know, any wrongdoings or anything like that. It seems like they're just hiding who they are, who they work for, and there's no accountability for their behaviour. And I think that's kind of concerning.
Again, a lot's all data protection.
And you see how
stuff.
they are, they're completely unidentifiable. All in the same uniform, all masked up there, and a hat on as well, so that you can see that much of all of them. And no identification of, and I hadn't realised they wouldn't identify the company.
No, it wouldn't identify the company.
Right. Yeah.
Pick this back up.
And having anything handed over. That's not to say that didn't happen. I'm not saying that. But obviously there's a system.
I should have, to be honest, mate. It was just I was kind of that like annoyed with the fact that they were lying about what I'd just seen. Like even last night, mate, to the point where they were shining lights on the torches. Yeah. Not being funny, what's that a tactic? That's a tactic of sleep deprivation, stopping them from sleeping.
I'll feed that back.
You know, that's a bit naughty. Again, that's military tactics,
Yeah,
isn't
I'll
it?
feed that back. I don't know what communication's been held between our command structure and the people obviously organising their security and the owners here. I don't know.
So you don't know who the security company are?
I don't know these. No,
No.
not me personally. I'm sure obviously somebody does.
Someone does,
Star, but I
yeah.
don't personally know.
Okay. Because I was saying that was another concern. Like yesterday when they approached me very aggressively during the afternoon, I asked him, because of the way he approached me, I said, look, are you security, mate? No. Outright told me he was not security. I asked him if he'd identify, even though he told me he wasn't security. He still said no. Everyone's, like I say, masked up. Then he comes back in here, where he clearly is security, and it's like, come on, somewhere down the line, if you're security, you should be identifying as security. You know, not telling people, you can't approach someone in an aggressive manner and then turn around and say, oh no, I'm not security. However, if he said he was security, I'd have been like, oh, okay, you still can't approach me in an aggressive manner. However, you're just doing your job. But there's none of that to these guys. They're just, like I say, from what I've seen in the last nearly 24 hours now, they're acting like some thugs out of a gang, mate, and I'm not exaggerating. So it's the only reason we come back. So what I see in the afternoon, I spoke to AD, which is a gentleman who's had to go back up north, but he had been spending some time here, and that's what. Yeah. No, not from your guys. It was just somebody who was at the camp, and I was explaining to him yesterday that, like, I'm going to come sit up here. They'd already had concerns that the camp and stuff was being messed with, threats were being made. So I said that I've got no problem. We'll come and sit up here tonight, and we'll just watch over you guys while you get your heads down. Yeah. They had a problem with that. We were approached on a couple of times by them. Are you security for them? I said, no, I'm not security. I'm not security, mate. I'm just watching over them. And then, like I say, that was when about, can't even remember the time, mate. It was a long night. But then that's when we had two, what we were being told were locals, trying to get into the car, telling me to pull the window down. I said, look, mate, don't want to speak to you. Unless you're going to tell me who you are, I don't want to talk to you. They tried to intimidate both of us. They then walked away from the car. They walked straight up to security, and through the fence, they like fist pumped them, and they were laughing and joking about the fact that. So to me, it kind of looked like, and I'm not saying it's the case because I don't know, I've got no evidence of it, but to me, it very much seemed like they'd called somebody, they'd asked somebody else to intervene so that they didn't have to. But yeah, like I say, it's been very hostile all night, mate. Very, very hostile.
And what about before that?
Before.
How's it been?
Sorry?
All the way from, I think it was 1 o'clock.
No, what I mean is the interaction that you've had.
Yeah.
How's it been before?
They've just been very abrupt. They've just been very abrupt and very aggressive.
Just an aggressive manner about it.
Very, very aggressive.
I think it say it was approaching any kind of criminal offence.
No, but just not very.
Essentially hostile. Essentially hostile in their manner.
Yeah.
No, there may have been other incidents. I don't know. I've not been involved. I was away for 3 weeks from before this started, so this is my first time I've come down here. I used to come down on weekly, the monthly demonstrations when they happen. But I don't know of any serious incidents. But the general attitude is one of hostility.
Okay. All right.
Also, guys, I'm going to have to leave soon. Is there like an email I can take or something to send you over any evidence that I've taken here today that I go through when I'm editing my videos? If there's anything I come across that I think's of any...
Oh, you got Facebook? Are you on Stash Police there? There's a single online reporting form. You can report all crimes there.
Can I? But would I need the crime number for that?
No, it'll be just an
No,
online
just
portal.
report a crime. Takes you through everything. What do you want to report? What for your witness?
So I would have to re-report another crime?
Yeah, well, if you've got the evidence of something, you're going to be reporting a crime. If it's part of Richard's crime, if it's the theft of these tubs, then you'll have to pass it to Richard or the officer that
Right, okay.
involved with that matter.
Okay, not a problem.
Or if it's just general, oh, I've recorded something, there's a new incident, then you'll have to go online. Then.
Right, okay, that's not a problem, yeah.
When you get round to texting me the crime number, a piece of paper that's going
What, do you need any
Logistics.
help?
No, that's it, mate. Honestly, you've been superb. So, cheers.
Anyway.
No, cheers, mate. Thank you.
When we get to that stage,
So, yeah, so these guys are going to be hanging around all day. They're going to be on this site round the clock until about 4 o'clock. And then they're apparently trying to assign a unit to come and sit and watch over this camp during tonight, as well, as they have made threats or they've made statements about how they're special forces, ex-military, and they're all trained kickboxers and boxers. So, like I said to you on the live stream, if any of you guys caught the live stream that I did during the night, these are like no security I've ever seen before. These are acting like gang members. They're all hidden. They claim they're not security, that none of them will show their face. No SIA cards, although they're stating that because of the line of security they do. They don't need to provide an SIA card. That I'm going to have a look into. And if there is anything untowards, then we will report that to the SIA governing body. But yeah, I can't believe it. They've had stuff by security stolen in the night, all their banners pulled down. And yeah, so I may leave this here, guys. It's been a long old night. A long old night. But to be fair, the coppers that have come out today, they've actually been pretty fair, and they're trying to deal with it in quite a reasonable manner, I think. So again, give credit where credit's due. The guy from the rooftop has disappeared. Oh no, he ain't. He's just there. He's popped back. His ears must have been burning. Sitting on his chair. Like I say, they were shining a torch into the tents and into the cars last night, trying to cause sleep deprivation for everyone trying to get sleep last night. That's a military tactic straight away. But yes, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to leave this one here. And yeah, this is down to the protest at Precision Metals and Plastics Limited, and they are guilty of making the motors for the Elbit drones, which are being used to commit killings in Palestine. So that's what they're doing, guys. They've been here 3 weeks and they're keeping it going a bit longer. So I'm going to leave this here. Thanks for watching the video. It's been a long old night. Thanks to those that watched the live stream on the live report we done from here. And yeah, I shall be keeping everyone updated on what happens at this site, and in the next day or two I will probably be making a return visit to see how these guys are, and make sure they haven't been treated in ill fashion by security here. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. So the police have just found one of the boxes in the skip. I believe the other two are probably in there as well, but unfortunately there's that much stuff been put in the skip that it's not going to be feasible for them to dig through that all right now. But they have found one of the boxes, so this security are guilty. So guys, they did steal your boxes. They did steal your boxes.
Yeah.
They've been found in the skip, but they can only find one because of the amount of rubble they've chucked on top of it. And as I said to them, funny enough, last night, after I caught them out and we went back down there, we kept hearing quite a bit of banging throughout the night. That would make sense that they've been chucking stuff on top of it. Yeah. So I believe the other two are in there as well, but they're not willing to dig through it.
And of course, that absolutely fingers and then because nobody else can get in.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Right.
I knew they were in that skip. That's why I suggested it.
If they get us a tea badge back, I'm going to get that to water bottle. My car's up there, so I'll get it back.
Okay, no worries, mate.
You've probably just seen, obviously, we have recovered at A box, which is the same as all the labels on. We will take that away, and it will be booked into our system, and then obviously that will be added to whoever picks up the investigation. Alright. As you can appreciate from their side today, they say that, you know, we went on last night.
Yeah, these are a new shift, we've changed over, so. No,
We've looked as much as we can because that skip is
They
quite
could
full.
be in there. There's that much stuff in there.
So Dave has had a good look to see if there's anything else in there, but that's all we can see.
there's a lot of felt and heavy stuff, and with the gloves I've got, and there's large nails, so I can't. So that was sort of on the surface, covered over with a few bits that I could remove.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
So yes, guys, there we are. It has been proven that they did steal the boxes last night, which means security are acting far without out of their jurisdiction. Security here are acting out of their jurisdiction by making acts of theft. So yeah, guys, we managed to apply the pressure for them to actually go and search those bins, and as I say, they were reasonable enough and willing to do so. So yeah, security here are tampering with the camp and stealing food and shining lights into the tents to try and cause sleep deprivation, which, as I said to you, is a military tactic, which would make sense if these are ex-military or ex-special forces. So yes, guys, I'm going to leave this here. It's been one hell of a long night. I hope I've been some help to these guys. I am going to be working a little bit with these guys on highlighting stuff in the future, and what we'll do is we will come back here in the next day or two, and we'll just see how these guys are getting on, and if anything has been pursued regarding the theft towards the camp and the sabotage of the banners. But yes, much love, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all on the next one. If you do like the video, give it a thumbs up, and God bless. Stay safe. Peace out.